All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're continuing with yet another Terminator movie, and I gotta say, I was really excited to see this one because I was like, they're racing Terminator 3, they're racing the Terminator 4, saving us from salvation. This one should be really, really, really good. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back in all his greatness. I can't wait to see this. And then I saw it. So we're going to talk about it. But I can't talk about it alone. I'm going to bring in, ladies first, let's bring in E Boogie, who looks so entertaining, so happy. What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna bring back a rating that I haven't used in some time because I do actually enjoy a lot of different types of film. I don't want to give it away, but doo doo comes to mind.
Oh God, I remember you passed that. Hey, you know what? I forgot to mention last movie we reviewed. We just got finished reviewing Hater, right? I didn't compare it to the Batman, right? So if I've compared it to the Batman to see if it gets a thumbs up or thumbs down, it still gets a thumbs down. All right, now let's go ahead and bring in our next person, the person responsible for that crap I just had to watch last Thursday. It is Vic, or Remix. What is it? Is it a money grab, Vic? What is it?
Mhm. It was.
It was a money grab. It's a nice background you got there.
I think this movie was directed by Diddy because it is a remix. Right.
Take that. The person who looks very confused backstage, bringing them back on stage, is none other than Mike, not Skynet Knox. Am I the only one that don't change their names? Skynet Knox.
What's going on, y'all? I'm saying, I told you my whole house is called Skynet. I love it. I'm a fan of all the Terminator movies. Let's talk about it.
Now they're Genesis, right?
Well, let's just talk about it.
You uploaded Genesis into your home, so you're responsible for judgment.
You know what? I've never had a Sega Genesis, so therefore I am not responsible for this. It's the only game system I've never personally had myself.
Oh, you missed out.
No, yeah. I had a cousin that had it. I didn't miss out. I had a Genesis. This wasn't technically my Genesis.
Oh, okay. You experienced the game. Right.
Yeah, this wasn't mine. My dumb ass asked for a TurboGrafx 16 at Christmas.
Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I get that. The program. I mean, listen. The hype for the TurboGrafx 16 was popping. I was jealous of a couple kids that had it. I'm not gonna lie. But then anyway, the movie.
The movie. This ass.
No, I love being on with two of my boys. I love being on with two of my bros because I get the same things with them. You know, I guarantee to get a here's the thing from Vic, and I always am guaranteed to get a mic fact from Mr. Mike Knox down there. It's great. I love my team. Hey, I got one for you too, E. Don't feel left out. You know I come prepared for you. Here it is. There it is. That's for you, E.
That was for you.
No, it's called the picture is called Chris in the background.
The picture's called E. You want to check again?
He might have changed it, but it's uploaded as Chris.
So, and I look at you, Vic. You think I don't know what you're doing down there? If you see me upload it, I'll delete that bitch.
Is it sexism?
That's okay. You better be your P's and Q, Mike, because as soon as you
hit that mic,
it is. That was he.
It is.
No, the sexism about it. You want to see sexism? Watch this movie. All right. This movie is pure sexism, and we're talking about Terminator Genesis.
Got my money.
Nice try. nice try.
Got my money.
All right. This movie was really highly anticipated because Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "I'll be back after I go be governor of the state of California." Right, and he kept his word. He came back. And he was ready to CGI some muscles, but he said, no, I'm not going to do CGI. I'm going to show that I am aged, and we're going to have a couple of timelines in this one, and we're going to get the worst John Connor ever to play John Connor, right? And he's going to be a villain that's a robot, is not a robot. It's going to make a lot of sense, this movie. I can't wait to talk about it, but I'm not going to be the first one to talk about it. E Boogie. Boogie on down.
Down the road.
I wish that I could, but it would be a really sad dance, much like this movie. I was not impressed at all with this. I think I skipped it when it first came out. I wasn't excited. Emilia Clarke is gorgeous, but you know what? And she was well cast as Sarah Connor. It's just that this movie felt not good. I just felt not good. I didn't like the the hybrid John Connor hybrid. I'm still wondering what parts of him are human. Maybe the penis. I don't know.
That's the part that's probably not human.
But
if
like,
you could replace any part on me, give me a robot penis. Oh, it's on.
But like, yeah, but like, it's like what part remained of the humanity of him? Because there's none. There was none. He was fully nano at that point, as far as I was concerned, as far as I could tell. I don't love the actor that played him. It was such a stark difference between him and Christian Bale, who I thought was well cast as John Connor. I did like the idea of following Reeves' journey in this iteration. It's just I don't know if it was the fact that it shot straight into the action and just kept going into the action. It was just more and more and more. It just got so convoluted for me comparing the other films to this. For Bass Reeves, just kidding, I don't remember his name. For Reeves comparing this reality to the other one, the fact that they were able to build a time machine in 1984 was still like the reality of that still escaping me somehow. It just felt very much like a cash grab. It just was not as good as Salvation in my mind. And for this to be like, it came out in 2015, guys. The writing just wasn't there. It wasn't good. It wasn't. I don't like it.
You didn't like it?
I know.
It had such a twist and a turn by making John Connor evil.
Okay, but if you're gonna do that, you just have to make it a little bit with a little bit more purpose. Because in my mind, this movie could be compared easily to like the resolution of the Matrix, right? People get to choose if they want to be inside the Matrix or if they want to live outside the Matrix. Also, software gets an opportunity to live outside the Matrix should they choose. I guess they figure out how to do that because Mr. Smith figured out how to do it. I don't fucking know, but it just didn't play out on screen well. I'm sure in the writers' room they were like, "This is great. Like this will get the nerds involved. This will get all the action people involved. Like the science behind this is solid, so this makes sense." And it just was on screen. It just did not play out well. There was like the pacing was weird. There was just not enough downtime to let things resonate, as Vic would say. I just didn't like this. There should have been like a little bit of a love story laced in, and it tried to be existing, but it wasn't happening. But then somehow it randomly happens, I guess because they hugged each other naked. I just don't know. It was just not. It didn't serve. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. It was serving all face, no body. Sixes across.
I saw a couple
across
bodies. Arnold Schwarzenegger showed his body. John Connor showed his body. No.
Okay, you don't have context because you don't like watch Pose or know anything about ball culture. But
what the hell's Pose?
I give this movie a 6 across the board, aka Beast. It was not good.
I've been to quite a few photo shoots in my time. I've seen plenty of people pose.
Okay.
Talking about like
yeah. Anyway,
you ain't seen Pose, brother.
Next.
With the
I ain't seen Pose.
And they dress up.
He didn't see Paris is Burning, and we're gonna put that.
Yeah, Paris.
I did watch Paris is Burning.
We're gonna do documentary.
We did Paris is Burning.
Oh, you mean?
And you were on?
Yes, I was on.
Oh, wow.
I watched everything. James had us watch that movie.
Yeah.
Good on James. Yeah, we're gonna need a documentary theme month though, because
obviously
nothing.
I'm picking the next thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know that.
I already picked it for May.
The one after that, I'm picking because you're killing me. You're killing me.
Okay, true. All right. Anyone else got anything to say about this?
That represent things in America. That's all I ask.
Horrible movie.
Well, okay. Personally, I felt like the last decade with a lot of the content that was coming on, I felt like they were doing away with the last century. And when it comes to this movie, the first hour was very nostalgic, up to the part where where you literally have cuts from the first movie, like implemented in this movie, and you're trying to see like what differences they put, right? And then all of a sudden, Pops shows up. And the funny thing is that like I wish I had the clip, right? Because as soon as she started calling him Pops, the first thing I was thinking about was pop, 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 sugar, pop, you know, from the Wayans brothers. And I wish I had that clip. That makes me laugh so much. You know what I mean? But the fact that she's calling him Pop was just interesting. Now, the way they just mashed this whole thing around to where he basically raised her to protect her from everything that's coming, and they mesh things around where John is a kid and then also an adult and then meshed into to the technology. And I also feel that this thing right here was just meshed together with the first two movies, added in a little bit of the third movie, and then added the metal part with the third movie, and then a little bit of the fourth movie, and now they're just all meshed it together because we're doing away with this. Like, this is going to be the end of it. So now that there's a happy ending and they fall in love, and then they're just riding down the road, because all the other Terminator movies, everybody dies, or there's some kind of continuance and somehow whatever. But this is a happily ever after, right? So like I feel like clearly it was a money grab, but the purpose of it was just to be done with the content, if that makes sense. Because I mean, you know, how many more times, and the fact that they made Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, that they made the Terminator old. They gave him arthritis. They gave him old hair. They gave him, you know what I mean? They fit with the character. They clearly didn't have to put that much makeup on him. They let him show his grays. They let him, you know what I mean? So I appreciated that. And they also made the machine old. You know, it's kind of like trying to drive a car from the 50s that you haven't maintained. You know what I mean? So like that part of it, I certainly appreciate it. But yeah, I think that was the end of this. And I really wonder what the next movie is going to be about, because I really think there's no need for more after this. There really isn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there sure isn't. Because it really, like, everybody's going to say that this shit went all over the place and it's bad. I mean, because it is. It did go everywhere. You know, it was a roller coaster. It was up and down and in circles and all over the place, right? But
in circles.
But the technology was very interesting, right? And because more than anything, look, you see how everybody's all like, "Oh, the Apple ecosystem, everything is together and everything and da 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 da," right? So the fact that everything gets oversimplified and that they promoted that a little bit in this movie with Genesis, I appreciate that. Because you know, there's either a Google Cloud or an Apple Cloud, a Microsoft Cloud, a Linux Cloud, whatever kind of cloud you want, depending on how you use it, because essentially we're all doing the same thing. But the fact is that all of a sudden the artificial intelligence of the cloud could take over. I found that thing to be interesting. But anyway, I talked too much, so now I'm done.
I would say if this movie was not called Terminator, it wouldn't have been a bad movie. The fact that the problem that made this movie not a good movie was that it was called Terminator. And like, in my opinion, most trilogies, most remakes, most sequels, they're all money grabs. And this was the biggest one of them all, in my opinion, bigger than all of them, other than T2. But T2 was good because you said, hey, how do we get people to watch this movie? How you get Mike Knox's money? Throw in Emily Clark. Throw in Khaleesi. Throw in My Dragon Queen, and you had my money from the door. Just because I'm a perv that watched her have one sex scene in one TV show one time, and every time I see her, she gets my money. Now, Arnold's ass wasn't Arnold's ass. That was all official's ass. Wasn't his ass. Wasn't his ass. You make John Connor a Terminator. You completely rewrite every single thing that was about Terminator in this movie. This is why I don't like third Earths when it comes to DC or multi-universes and time travel when it comes to Marvel or anything like this of this ilk, because you can do what you want. And that's what they did. They just said, we fucked up. Let's fix it. They just fucked up more because you cannot bait me in a movie for over 20 something years that John Connor is the future that has to save the world on Judgment Day. And then all of a sudden, John Connor has an artificial urine sample coming out of his penis because he's a robot. And not only is he a robot, he's like the most advanced fucking robot we've seen in Terminator. So if John Connor technically isn't John Connor, we can't win anyway. Because every storyline built to this point was he was the savior. And she, Sarah Connor, was building him. I hated the fact that they went back and they made Pops, and Arthritis. I've paid for every single Terminator movie. This one, if it wasn't called Terminator, it may have not been so bad. And another thing, I really hate, what's his name? Jai Courtney. Everything he's in. He played Kyle Reece. I just think he's a bad actor. Go back to Die Hard movie where he played Bruce Willis' son. He's in the Suicide Squad, right? It's Boomer. He's just bad to me. And that's how I know someone has a relative in Hollywood or they're sleeping with the right person and they keep a job. Because I just don't get it. I don't get this movie. Now, again, I enjoyed it, though, from an aspect of what do you go watch a movie for when it's an action movie? For action. The scene on the San Francisco Bay Bridge was phenomenal to me. I thought out of all the Terminator movies, all of them, this was the best special effects, including over Salvation. It was the best. And Salvation had some really good tech in it, but they made it more like Dark Knight-ish. So it was like cool tech, but it's supposed to be real. And sometimes you want to, it's okay to go back to your Ultraman or for your younger people, your Power Ranger days of watching television. It's okay to be corny sometimes. Just can't be too fucking corny. And that's where I think they drew the line with this one. Flat out, just did not enjoy this movie from any aspect of what a movie, you go to watch an action movie for action, and then you start to peel back the layers of the onion and hope you get something real inside of there. I don't think this movie delivered in being real. They completely rewrote everything, and Skynet took over basically 30 fucking years ago. And that's the moral of the story. Skynet wins. Executive consultant.
All right. So shout out to Boogie who summed up this movie the best of all three of y'all. Y'all did a horrible job. But E did the best one when she just said doo-doo. And that was it. We could have ended the show right there because that's what it was. Right? This movie was not good. Terminate this movie, I said, when I saw this movie. Why? I'll give my credit. He was right. They had some decent action scenes. They had some stuff about it that I actually thought would be good. But this movie had one big flaw in it that's going to be the kicker for me if I give this movie a thumbs down. And that's this jackass right here. Right? He was just not interesting at all. He was not charismatic. He totally defamed the character of John Connor that they built up so much throughout all these damn movies. And then not only did he do this heel turn, shout out to wrestling, not only did he do this heel turn, it sucked. If I could think of a wrestler who had a horrible ass heel turn, I would mention it right now and recast it as him. This movie sucked. And it was called Terminator Genysis because
Ezekiel's younger brother.
No. Because that's not a recast. I mean, that's not a heel turn. Okay, Elias' younger brother. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The fact of the matter is, this movie was terrible because of him. They were trying to erase 3, they were trying to erase 4, and they were just trying to start over from 2, but they failed, and they just tried to throw in so much. Arnold Schwarzenegger did fine for what he was, right? But still, it made no sense. You got to wait for what it was. Terminator 1 was almost a horror movie. 2 tried to add the sci-fi part of it. Now it just turned into comedy action. No. Rated R, PG-13, PG-13, PG-13. You're getting far and far away from it to the point where you're making a joke of the franchise Star Wars. I don't like that. Right? I don't like that. Then I have somebody on the show. I'm not going to name any names. He'll know who he is. Says, oh, give me Emilia Clarke, some girl from Game of Thrones, and I'm going to pay my money. For what? She ain't do shit. She didn't do shit. So,
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't understand why you put it up there, but okay, all right.
Yo.
Because he was like, when he said that girl, anything she's in, he's gonna give it his money to. I was like, wait a minute, this movie's doo doo, and Dr. Umar would not appreciate that take.
Chris,
that guy's a moron. So I'm
He
insulted
is-
that I'm being
he
compared
is-
to that moron.
He is, and you're not. It's a meme, though. So just off
I
the,
just
off
don't
the strength.
understand why we're paying money for this. First of all, I don't watch
Because
Game of
Emily
Thrones.
Clark's in it, and if you're a fan of Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, that's
Yeah.
what sold the movie.
Yeah.
But that's what sold the movie. It was Emily
No,
Clark.
no one person's gonna have me buy the movie. I mean, buy.
First of all, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. One person.
You say
sells-
you must have heard a
No,
lot of
no,
dumb
I'm
things.
being
I
honest.
swear
Well,
you say
that's-
this
well,
at least
that's
once
a
a
dumb-
day.
It's not
You're
one
always
per-
being honest.
Well, hold on.
It's
You're
not
always
one
being honest.
person.
That's
it's
a dumb
a pair
take.
of
One
boobs.
person sells plenty of movies. The main star, if movies are sold majority off of the main actor of a movie, the main actor, not the cast, the main actor. I can name at least 20 of them.
That's true.
Good movies
I mean,
better than the haters.
Terminator
We're
is
gonna find out,
one.
Charmaine. Wrong, Chris. First of all, check your glasses. I'm never wrong. And then third of all, let's
Okay,
talk
Dice.
about who's wrong. You said thumbs up, okay? No, you're not going to compare me to Dice. What you're going to do is going to let me finish my point, all right? I'm not paying no money to see somebody I'm not familiar with because she's not interesting. She was not interested in this movie. She's not interested
you
in
don't watch
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Why can I say why?
Yeah, she did
Right?
all right.
Because I leave and go to work. All right, I don't have the luxury of staying here and showing
Brother,
up
Game
late.
of Thrones comes on Sunday evenings where everybody can get a chance to watch it while the world was watching, and it was the world's
I have
number
a
one
job
show
that
of
does
the
not
world.
close.
So does the world have a job? It's like you sound like Steph.
I have
like,
a job.
no, you're the only person that has a
Don't
job.
do that because you're going to hurt his feelings.
Well, no, you're the only person that has a job. I have a wife and 4 children and run 3 businesses. What's your fucking excuse?
You're always at home. Will you? Okay, how
I'm
about
not
this?
always home.
You're
But
always
doing
at
Game
home.
of Thrones,
You told
I was
me
in
you're
college.
playing a game and watching
I was
TV in the
in
background.
college doing
What are you
Game of
talking
Thrones.
about, dude?
Who doesn't know who Emily Clark is?
I don't know who Emily Clark is because
Say
she's not
that.
important to
Don't
me.
say people.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Whitney
I don't
Houston
watch
was
it.
a child. I believe the children of the future. All right. I'm going to leave this program one more. I swear to God.
Don't. Okay, who's acting like DJ now? You gonna get up and walk away? You got
No,
one. You got
only
one
because I
show.
got only because I
You
got
got
my
one
little
show.
shorts.
Huh?
I got my little shorts on.
Oh man, actually that stopped me from walking away a few times too. Anyway, find out when we're going to come back. This woman put thumbs up. I hope you lose on Thursday. Find out when we're reviewing next Tuesday, next Thursday on Popular Review. Stay with
we'll
us.
be ready at 8:32.
Vic, 8:00. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Stand still and die! For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
I discovered the source of ultimate power.
We need to get it back or the world is doomed.
You're unskilled, untrained, unworthy.
You forgot one. Unstoppable.
I get paid to talk.
What do you talk about?
I speak on behalf of cigarettes.
My mommy says that cigarettes kill.
Now, is your mommy a doctor?
No.
Well, she doesn't exactly sound like a credible expert now, does she? I front an organization that kills 1,200 people a day.
Dad, I want to see what you do.
The message Hollywood needs to send out is smoking is cool. You can put the sex back into cigarettes.
Get a flight to L.A., I'll get you a meeting with Hollywood super agent Jeff McGowan.
Michael Jordan plays ball. Charles Manson kills people. I talk.
Thank you for smoking.
Welcome back. Unpopular Review Entertainment. The consultant here at eBoogie, Skynet, Knox, and Remix down there talking about Terminator 5 or 2.5 or 3 or whatever you want to call it. But Terminator Genysis, the start of bullshit. Wait till we find out about next Tuesday. And, oh, yeah, that reminds me. I screwed up.
My whole life I prepared myself.
No.
Who are you?
My name is Sarah Connor. Never seen one like you before. Almost human.
I am human. Why do you care what happens to her?
Because I was her.
How do we win? We win by keeping you alive.
Okay, so I'm actually going to bring a pillow and a bed set next to me while we're reviewing this movie because I've seen this movie 2 times and I fell asleep both times. We're not hitting good remarks.
Are you on drugs?
Yeah, I am on drugs. I took some Tylenol earlier. I was having a splitting headache because I saw the movie The Hater. But
Like, are you going through withdrawal when you're trying to watch these movies? Because some of these movies you're like complaining are boring are truly not.
Hater was boring.
It was funny. It
I
was
don't
pretty.
think Hater
It
was
was pretty
boring.
funny.
I don't think it
was
was good.
Funny.
Hater was
wasn't
boring. Hater was boring. Terminator Genysis was boring.
Nah, wasn't boring.
That was
Just wasn't
boring.
good. Wasn't boring.
That was boring.
What was the movie we watched
watching,
last
like,
Tuesday? What was the movie we watched last Tuesday? It was Terminator Salvation.
Salvation.
Oh, that wasn't
boring.
that wasn't
Salvation
boring.
was everything.
That wasn't
was
boring.
boring.
That was actually entertaining as I kept trying to bounce my head on the toilet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for watching UPRE Terminator Genysis E-Boogie. Did you go first last time? Yes, you did. Go ahead. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, that
Mr. Nobody.
Yes,
Is it called Mr. Nobody?
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's on
I
HBO
like-
Max now. I
like that guy. I didn't watch it. I saw a clip from
Of
it.
course, he's seen it.
I saw the trailer and I saw one of the fight scenes. It was pretty good. He was getting fucked up though. You know, he was fucking them people up. So this movie, what did I say? Yeah, doo-doo. Yeah, this movie's doo-doo. It's not good. Bottom line, tomatoes and doo-doo. Amelia Clark's moves still get 2 thumbs up, even though she did not show them in this film, which is like,
No, she
why
didn't.
not? Like,
Why
I've seen
not?
you full frontal. You might as well.
That's what they hired you for.
They faked us out as if that might be the case with her.
She's
like
12 years old.
10-second nude scene. She's not 12 years old. She's an adult, and I really resent the fact that she
I'm
would.
sorry,
even
R.
say
Kelly.
that.
What?
Exactly.
built
But
like a
yeah,
12-year-old.
doo-doo, thumbs down, ungood. Can't wait for next Tuesday.
What the hell is ungood?
Ungood is ungood.
Well, it's when it started off maybe okay, and then
This movie's
it
not the shiz
undid
naive.
that.
That's for shizno.
it undid that. This is ungood.
Vic.
2 thumbs down.
Remix.
Well, there's a, you know, I mean, look, the story is whack, but I appreciated their attempt. I appreciated the action. I appreciated the technology, certainly, and I appreciated the fact that they're kind of connecting it with society now because we're so plugged in. So when at least the message that they were sending, I certainly did appreciate. But the other thing is that this is the first time that they kind of ended this content with a happily ever after. So I mean, it wasn't necessarily good, but I give it a thumbs up for their attempt.
I'm just going to say, for those who know anything about Game of Thrones, so he's not one of 2.2 million or 5.4 million. So yeah, just walk off and you do that, okay? Because Emily Clark was supposed to sell this film along with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's unable to do that. If I could give it, I don't say I would give it a thumbs down, and I gave Salvation a thumbs down because I was let down by that movie. I wanted more from it. It didn't give me more, so I gave it a thumbs down. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a bad film. It's just not good, right? It's not Terminator. So I guess in that mind frame, yep, there it is. Thumbs down.
Don't
give me my damn grade before I say my grade, though.
You said it. You said thumbs down. I just think it's ridiculous how we utilize this time to spit out numbers to try to prove our point. This movie cost $155 million to make. It made $89 million in the United States alone, $440 million worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie, for me, I'm going back to the grade. Is it better than the Batman? That's all you got to do in order to get that thumbs up for me. Hell no. That's 3 movies in a row. Get the thumbs down for me. Batman, you're looking better, baby. You're looking better, man. I'm about
You get to watch it next week on HBO Max.
We can, and I can also cancel my subscription. Thank you so much for watching us here at UPRE. If you're a fan of wrestling, watch immediately after this episode for a popular review of wrestling NXT edition. Join us tomorrow for episode of. Come on, Mike, help me out.
Oh, Wednesday. Wednesday. What is Wednesday?
Boom, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Wednesday, Moose Knuckle on Wednesday.
You think Vic could talk about it since he's on the episode, but he's said it silently.
We're gonna continue watching. We're gonna continue with our story on Moon Knight because it is very interesting how Moon Daddy, according to
who will be here next Tuesday for Terminator Dark Fate.
She got a lot of dads.
She has a lot of daddies here.
Who's your poppy? She's have a shirt. Who's my poppy?
Real will be drunk this time. I'm gonna have my Aqua de Limon.
But 1/3 of them dudes is always drunk. What's going on, Jack? That's my guy.
But this is definitely gonna be a good time. So join us.
I'm sorry, I've been drinking. Isn't that him? Right there.
Yeah, that's his
thing. Yeah, that's his thing. And of course, on Instagram, only exclusive, we have Bad Guy Jack and Steve Superior representing Mighty Mouse and
that was last week.
That was last week. This one is something I can't pronounce. Maybe he can.
Go ahead, put it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's The Legend of Zelda versus some anime bullshit.
Yes, it was Link's.
That's from
what's his name? I don't watch that.
That's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude.
He's a spirit something animal.
And I thought for years I thought Lynx was a girl too, and Lynx is a guy from Zelda.
I forget what he's
there
called.
There you have it. Lots of content here at UPRE, UPRW, UPRG. Make sure, hey, shout out to UPRG who are having a phenomenal episode of the Sonic video game. Really did well on YouTube, so look out for that on our YouTube channel. Unpopular
Review Gaming. Talk about Game of
Thrones. They play Sonic.
Whack. Charmaine, I'm starting to think you have no marbles.
What they're playing? What Sonic are they playing?
She's rather large
Sonic,
marbles.
They play Sonic 2.
Nice.
Yeah, they play Sonic 2 on there.
Nice.
Very well done episode. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this here at UPRE. We will see you tomorrow right here. Have a good night, everybody.